Hey guys, this is RolloutReviews with RolloutReviews, bringing you another Bionicle review. This time it is set number 70782, Protector of Ice. This set contains 68 pieces and retails for about $10 US. The Protectors play a similar role to the Turaga of the first generation. They're the elders and leaders of their respective tribes. A key difference, though, is that they're much more well-armed and can definitely hold their own in a fight. The Ice Protector's job is to lead Kopaka to his golden mask and defend him from skull spiders as he claims it. We'll take a look at his construction, starting from the bottom up. His legs are very simple. His feet are the same as all of the others, this time in silver. His lower legs are very short, similar to the Protector of Fire's upper legs. However, in this case, it feels a lot more proportionally sound, and he can end up doing a lot more things with them. In his upper legs, he has some trans blue bone pieces, and on either side, he has some small white armor shells. For his torso, he has pretty much the standard Protector build. He uses the new armor piece in white as his chest piece, which looks pretty good, and showing through it is a translucent armor shell, which looks great. Unfortunately, the way it attaches is a bit gappy and looks weird from some angles. Towards the back, he does have a little bit of armor coverage, which, as I mentioned in the Protector of Fire review, is not something I expect on a figure of this size, but it's nice to see regardless. Similar to the Fire Protector, once again, his arms are lacking. He has the new armor piece, one on each shoulder, which gives him substantial bulk, but that almost makes the lack of lower arms even worse. He has this, and then a hand, and this is supposed to be his elbow joint. He wears the Protector Mask of Ice. The dual-injected color scheme, in this case translucent blue and solid white, signify him as the leader of his tribe, but otherwise it's the exact same mold as all of the other Protector masks. If anything, it gives him very limited elemental abilities. His head features some translucent blue light piping, and the mask attaches in exactly the same way as all of the others. If we come to the back here and press on the eye stock, it will pop off his mask. The first of his weapons is this large ice saw, and it's really cool seeing this piece in translucent blue. It can spin freely via this gear towards the back, and I suppose he can either use it as a saw weapon or a shield. Unfortunately, I think this is where his lack of arm movement really shows through, because with the Protector of Fire, he had very simple weapons, so it wasn't too hard making him look like he was wielding them effectively. Unfortunately, with the Protector of Ice's more complex weaponry, there's a lot more things that I wish I could do with them that I can't because of his lack of articulation in his wrists and his elbows. He's also got an underslung elemental ice blaster, complete with a mounted bayonet. It also attaches to his hand via a pin axle, so you can do a little bit more with it despite the limitations in his arms. By twisting the gear on the back, it will launch the colored studs in succession. You are bound to lose a few of these if you aren't careful. So the set comes with 7 extras in trans blue, 13 in total. The set comes with a silver skull spider for him to fight, and that's no surprise. Just like all of the others, it can take control of the Protector by replacing his mask. Before we move on, for the select few who are on the fence whether or not to apply these stickers to their Kopaka, I thought I'd do a quick comparison, with and without. Personally, I think he looks pretty decent either way, but for the rest of the review, we'll be using this one. Last but not least, the Protector can help out Kopaka by borrowing him his weapons and powering him up. All you're going to need from the Protector is the ice saw and the blaster. Preparing Kopaka is a little bit tricky. First, we won't be needing his shield and/or skis for some reason. From here, we're going to disassemble and rearrange his spear. So, we'll be needing this, but we don't need this. Likewise, we'll be needing this, but we'll be setting this off to the side. This also just gets tossed before being replaced with the Gurak staff down here. Now the ice saw attaches to this piece, like this. And to top it off, we'll put the ice effect on the end. Just like that. Finally, in his other hand, we'll give him the ice blaster. And there is Kopaka all powered up. Now, obviously, you got a handful of pieces that aren't used. You can find places for them on the combination, or you can give them to the protector, but they don't have anywhere to go officially. I also see no reason not to give him his skis either. They make it a point to put Tahu on his lava board and Pohatu on his jetarangs, so why keep Kopaka off of them? Because of the more involved process, the upgrades here feel slightly more integrated than on some of the others, but all of it feels just a bit unnecessary. While giving him the blaster makes sense, taking two perfectly practical tools and mashing them together into a single, far less practical saw blade, sword, staff thing just doesn't. The Protector of Ice is definitely a good set, but there's just nothing about him that particularly wows me. Sure, his weapons are cool, but honestly not all that interesting. His build is alright, but aside from his more bulky shoulder pads, the only other thing that really stands out is his lack of wrists, which isn't a good thing. In the end, he's by no means a bad set, he's just slightly boring. If you like the way he looks though, I think he's certainly worth adding to your collection. So, that is about it guys, and this is IXRolloutX, signing off.